You are planning a road trip through Arizona, or buying a cabin in the White Mountains, or stopping overnight in a Route 66 town you have seen online. The postcard alone is doing the talking. Arizona recorded 32,495 violent crimes in 2024. Violent crime rate, 14th highest in the nation. The most dangerous communities on this list are not where you would guess. Some are national park gateways, mountain resort towns, and Route 66 landmarks with no asterisk in the travel guide. A ZDPS Colonel Jeffrey Glover confirmed it. The drug trafficking threat is an ongoing battle that directly fuels crime in Arizona communities. Somewhere on this list is a White Mountains resort town that recorded a higher violent crime rate than Phoenix in 2023. Per FBI data, a mountain getaway, more violent per capita than Arizona's largest city. 10 towns, different mechanisms, same direction. Hit like, subscribe, and let's go. You drove up from Phoenix for the weekend. The White Mountains, cool air, pine trees, the cabin your family rents every August. Nobody mentioned what follows. Number 10, Pinetop-Lakeside. Violent crime rate approximately 805 per 100,000 in 2023, per safehome.org, citing FBI data. Second in Arizona. Violent crime rose 53% in 2024. More than 95% of Arizona communities have lower crime rates. Pinetop-Lakeside Police operates with 16 sworn officers covering 11.3 square miles. During summer peak season, tourists dramatically outnumber the 4,148 permanent residents. Those officers were sized to serve. American Indian residents face a poverty rate of 47.5%. If you own a cabin or send your family here for summer weekends, the FBI's assessment is not the tourism board's version. The next town's danger finds tourists at the national park parking lot. Police in this Arizona city issued a documented advisory about gear stolen specifically from rental SUVs at national park trailheads. Not a general warning. A targeted alert about a documented pattern at the exact locations millions of tourists visit every year. Number 9, Page. Property crime rate approximately 5,200 per 100,000. Third highest in Arizona per Road Snacks, citing FBIU CR 2024. Fourth highest murder rate in Arizona, ranked among the top 5 Arizona cities for rape rate per capita. Page is the gateway to Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, and Lake Powell. It sits approximately 130 miles from the nearest hospital. When crime occurs, help is distant. If you visited Antelope Canyon and left gear in a rental vehicle, Page police specifically documented that vehicle as a target. The next town became dangerous by being left behind by history. Before, a Route 66 landmark, home to the Wigwam Motel, one of the most photographed stops on the historic highway. After, the second highest burglary rate in Arizona. Number 8, Holbrook. Second highest burglary rate in Arizona per Southwest Journal, citing FBI data, April 2024. 1 in 15 victimization chance per combined crime index methodology. A local resident posted publicly that the town has an extremely high crime rate and vagrancy problem that no one seems to be focusing on. A traveler documented being robbed here and left stranded in the middle of nowhere. Interstate 40 bypassed the original Route 66 alignment. The economy never recovered. What remained was a charming roadside facade around a hollowed downtown. The Wigwam Motel photographs beautifully. The burglary rate does not appear in the travel guide. The next town recorded a higher violent crime rate than Phoenix. Number 7, Show Low. The statistic from the intro lives here. In 2023, Show Low recorded 827 violent crimes per 100,000 per safehome.org, citing FBI data. Phoenix, that same year, 785. A mountain resort town. higher violent crime per capita than Arizona's largest city. Navajo County is one of 3 Arizona counties with rising violent crime in 2024 versus the 5-year average, per ABC 15 and Arizona DPS. Adjacent Apache County has one of Arizona's lowest crime clearance rates, approximately 9% solved. Show Low is the largest commercial center for hundreds of miles of rural Arizona and tribal territory. Its crime statistics belong to a served population, far exceeding its 11,000 residents. If you overnight here, you are inside that rate. The next town's danger flows through on Interstate 40. If you stop overnight in Kingman on Interstate 40, the statistical threat is to your vehicle and belongings, not primarily your physical safety. That is not reassuring. Number 6, Kingman. Total crime rate 3,600.7 per 100,000, 69.91% above the national rate per home snacks, citing FBI UCR 2024. 94% of Arizona communities are safer. A crime occurs approximately every 8 hours and 42 minutes per crimegrade.org 2025. 227 registered sex offenders in Kingman, 1 per every 127 residents per citydata.com, May 2026. Schools average D- with 24% proficiency versus 31% projected. Kingman sits at the Interstate 40 and US Route 93 junction. Drug trafficking routes to Las Vegas cross here permanently. If you stop here tonight, your vehicle is the target. The next town puts the danger in a resident's own words. A long-term Winslow resident wrote publicly that the town has an extremely high crime rate and vagrancy problem that no one seems to be focusing on. That sentence is the opening. The data follows. Number 5, Winslow. Violent crime rate, 813.2 per 100,000 in 2024, per beautifydata.com, citing FBIUCR, more than twice the national average. Property crime averaged more than 1 incident per day throughout 2024. 96% of Arizona communities are safer. A traveler documented being robbed in Winslow and left stranded. Residents drive 20 miles for better schools. Winslow is the primary commercial hub for surrounding Navajo Nation communities. The tourist draw and the crime rate share the same streets. The corner from the Eagles song is real, so is the rate. The next town's crime rose 64% in a single year. Globe's crime rose 64% in a single year, not the baseline, the trajectory. Number 4, Globe, citydata.com index. 2024, 441, 1.9 times the US average, and higher than 95.5% of US cities. Violent crime rate approximately 800, 10 per 100,000. Third, most violent in Arizona for cities over 5,000. Property crime, 5,400, 8 per 100,000, second highest in Arizona. Both from Road Snacks, citing FBIUCR 2024. Derek Prawl, home security expert at safehome.org, said the community has struggled with economic challenges as the mining industry has declined, often linked to higher property crime rates. Globe's schools score F with 16% academic proficiency per school, grade 2025. 26 sworn officers serve 7,156 residents. Globe was a copper mining camp. The mine left, crime accelerated. The next city is surrounded by wealth and has a murder rate 9 times Arizona's average. This is not Tucson, a separate city, 1 square mile, its own mayor, its own police, surrounded by Tucson on every side. Number 3, South Tucson. Violent crime rate, 2,400, 2.5 per 100,000, per open crime, citing FBI data. Murder rate, 44.1 per 100,000, 9 times Arizona's statewide average of 4.9. 2nd percentile nationally for safety, per crimegrade.org, 2025. The University of Arizona MAP dashboard confirmed South Tucson as the highest poverty community in southern Arizona, 35.5% among 41 communities studied, August 2024. Crime costs consume 5.9% of median household income annually, 1 square mile, no expansion, no exit. If you transit South Tucson after dark, the 2% national safety ranking applies to your route. The next city recorded 13,296 violent crimes in a single year. Number 2, Phoenix, 13,296 violent crimes in 2024. Not a rate, a raw count, highest in Arizona per Road Snacks, citing FBI-UCR 2024. Violent crime rate, 799.6 per 100,000, 2.2 times the national average per open crime. 7,084 vehicle thefts in 2024, approximately 19 stolen per day. In 2022, 223 murders, highest in 16 years. Phoenix Police Interim Chief Michael Sullivan said in the department's own crime report, acknowledging the 2022 spike, that he believes they've got good momentum going, but there's a lot more to do. South and central Phoenix, near the Interstate 10 and Interstate 17, interchange produce rates significantly above the citywide average. If your accommodation sits in that corridor, the city number understates your reality. The final entry is inside this metro, and Phoenix does not patrol it. You drive past Tolleson on Interstate 10 heading into Phoenix without knowing it exists. What you are passing is Arizona's most dangerous city. Number 1, Tolleson. Crime rates approximately 470% above the national average per combined crime index methodology. Relocating.com, June 2026. 1 in 8 chance of becoming a crime victim. Number 1 property crime burden in Arizona. 5 people, including 2 minors, were shot near 95th Avenue and Buckeye Road, per fox10phoenix.com. Residents install cameras, steering wheel locks, and motion lights in almost every driveway, per reolink.com. Schools average F, with 19% proficiency per school grade, 2025. Adjacent Avondale, Goodyear, and Peoria all received investment. Tolleson did not. The development wave passed directly over it. Tolleson tops Arizona's most dangerous city rankings every year. Most people driving past it on Interstate 10 have never heard the name. From the Pinetop-Lakeside cabin community, whose resort identity disguises a national percentile crime rate, to the traveler robbed at the Winslow corner from the Eagles song, to South Tucson's murder rate 9 times the state average, surrounded by ordinary streets. 10 towns. Arizona recorded 32,495 violent crimes in 2024. Violent crime rose 2.3% year over year in the most recent data. Arizona intercepts 66% of all fentanyl entering the United States. A ZDPS Colonel Jeffrey Glover confirmed the drug trafficking threat directly fuels crime in Arizona communities. Arizona's 14th national ranking for violent crime is produced by communities like these, not by Scottsdale, Chandler, or Oro Valley. If you are traveling through, relocating to, or investing in Arizona without checking the specific crime data for the specific location you are in after dark, you are making a decision based on the brand, not the record. Hit like. Share this before someone stops overnight without knowing. Subscribe. Comment, which town shocked you most?